My name is Maria Radwanski, and I'm the Association of Rehabilitation Nurses president of the board of directors for this current year. And we're on the line here with Nicole Harrison. Nicole, would you like to introduce yourself and what you do?
Sure, I'd be happy to. Nicole Harrison, and I'm VP and Chief Nursing Officer for TIRR Memorial Hermann in Houston, Texas. I also have our Katy Rehab location and then our network throughout our Memorial Hermann system.
Yeah, so you have a great thumb there in Texas, and we're really excited about your role within the Rehab Institute that has just recently been named a designated National Rehab Innovation Center, and we're really excited for you and want to congratulate you, your leadership team, your faculty and staff for that great designation. The purpose of our call is to recognize you for that. The recognition came from President Biden at the beginning of January, and we would like to learn more about your efforts and best practices that help make this national designation and recognition. So let's get started. So our members would be interested in knowing some of the history of the innovative practices that have brought you to this award and what the Innovation Award really means on a personal and faculty level.
Since joining TIRR, I've been here 3.5 years. I kind of joke that I'm the pandemic, because I haven't really known what it's like outside of the pandemic to be in this position. But through that, I've gotten to learn a lot about TIRR and what we do in the rehabilitation community, and then with those with disabilities out in our community. And I think that's what makes TIRR special, and probably all of our rehab centers special, is that it doesn't stop when a patient leaves our door and discharges. They continue to come back in and seek services with us, because with disability, you have ongoing needs. And we've been really grateful to be here to help our patients through all of those different processes. I think TIRR, when it was established at first as a polio hospital some 60 years ago, was really through the first pandemic and taking in patients with polio, and evolved into what we are today and the center that we are today. With TIRR, it's not only inpatient care that TIRR has focused on. We have an independent learning unit, ILRU, that is fully staffed with individuals that help our patients and others in the community living with disability find connections within the community and resources to help support them. I think that's one thing that's made TIRR so special, as well as the research arm that we have. And we have a very active research community and group of individuals that work in research with TIRR, and really pushing the boundaries of where we are with rehabilitation and looking for the next steps. How do we continue to evolve in our care, and then share that research and share those innovations with others throughout the world, actually. I think TIRR hasn't wanted to hold on and retain things. I think the whole goal has been to push out that research to others so that they can learn and help the individuals and their communities that are seeking that support. And I think that with the Innovation Center is what has made a beautiful marriage. And, so proud that President Biden did sign that bill into law, and we are a part of that great community.
As a nurse leader, we are impressed with your efforts. I was able to learn that 50% of your nurses are certified as certified rehabilitation registered nurses, or the CRRN. We would be interested in sharing with the membership a little bit about your history and background and what brought you to rehabilitation.
Sure. I've been a nurse. I don't have enough fingers on my hands anymore to count how many years, but 30 years coming into that. And I started actually in the ICU and did cardiology ICU, cardiac ICU, and neuro ICU. I actually had a cousin who passed away of a head injury when we were the same age at 18. And so neuro was really something I was very invested in and interested in, and pursued that actually throughout my career. I have had neuro units in my supervisory organizational structure when I've been in the acute care settings, but hadn't been immersed in one until I came to TIRR. However, loved that TIRR was a part of our organization and got to know the previous CNO, Mary Ann, who was fabulous and did so many wonderful things in nursing. And I'm sure was a member of ARN. I know that pretty readily, but she told me a lot about TIRR and what we do here that I grew an awareness of through her. Having the neuro service line at our level 1 trauma facility, which is really just next door to TIRR, and knowing that many of our patients actually continued their journey to the TIRR setting. When Mary Ann was getting ready to retire, she actually reached out to me and said, you know, would you be interested in this role? And I was like, absolutely, I would. That great journey, you know, that I can take, and kind of the same pathway that many of our patients have taken. And so I came in and was very fortunate to be accepted into the position of CNO here, and that was about 3.5 years ago. But the neuro component, which is a pretty heavy piece of what we do at TIRR, being able to maintain that connection with patients suffering from strokes and accidents and, you know, all those spine injuries, disorders of consciousness. It was really amazing to me that I just got to move next door and to continue working in the specialty that I really love. Having rehabilitation has been very eye-opening to me, and I love it. I think it's somewhat of a hidden gem in nursing, and, you know, wanted to really work to help get the word out about how special it is as a specialty within nursing. I think, you know, today sometimes nurses get out of school and they think, you know, ICU and this and other things that maybe seem a little bit sexier, but, you know, rehab nursing is really, it's med-surg nursing with rehab layered on top of it, with some of the acuities that we see in our facilities. So you get to do everything. You get to see so many people from so many different areas of the country, even coming in here for care, and they're here for a period of time. And, you know, our nurses and team members get to know those patients so well, they become part of your family. And I've loved that aspect of it, and the spirit of hope you see in the hallways with our patients, you know, fighting every day to get better and get back to that new normal, that you just feel lucky to be associated and be a part of that. So again, just feel really fortunate to be with TIRR and where I am today.
Well, thank you so much for your contributions, and I certainly can relate to what you're saying about rehabilitation nursing kind of being the hidden gem, but it is, you know, it's such an important part of recovery for neurological disabilities, as you mentioned, as well as many other disabilities, and we really appreciate and support the work that you're doing there and leading the team. Now, you know, I do want to talk a little bit in terms of the initiatives that you have. I know that, as I mentioned earlier, you do have nurses on your team who are certified. Why is that important to you and to your team?
I think with all of us in nursing, having that furthering our own education and professional development only lends itself to the care that we give our patients to be raised and, you know, to help with their outcomes. So I think it behooves us all to get certified and improve our expertise and our skill set on behalf of our patients. You know, we talk about it a lot here at TIRR, and we have pathways set up for our team members once they hit that maturity level of years of experience and being able to pursue the preparation that they need for it, and partnering with other nurses who've done it and to help them through. But it's become a part of our culture and our mantra, and really setting that expectation that if you're going to work here, there's an expectation to get certified. And, you know, we really like the CRRN. However, I understand we have pediatrics, and some nurses are wanting to get pediatric certifications too. And I think that's great, but you know, it all goes hand in hand in helping us to serve our patients while professionally doing something for your own growth. Oh, I think you're muted.
Thanks. Absolutely. I think the professional mentorship and modeling and sharing the responsibility is a really important part of it from a leadership role, but also the personal commitment piece of it is also extremely important, and I really appreciate, the fact that you do that. Is there anything, special that you do to recognize the staff who have become certified? Do you have a recognition process?
We do, and we provide financial support for individuals to go through the program to help prepare them, and also paying to help maintain that certification. So we're really proud of that too, because I think that shows our investment on our end and TIRR's end and helping individuals. So that's not a barrier to it. We have a Certified Nurses Day every year, which is fun. We get to have a party with our certified nurses and get together and, pat each other on the back for either getting that certification or maintaining it, because that too comes with expectations and getting yourself into all of the CEUs that you need to do to maintain that, which again only helps your personal growth and how you can end up helping a patient. So we do celebrate and we have fun. When we have a nurse that gets certified, we will put them out in our TIRR communications so everybody across our campus can see that and celebrate with them. So it's not done in isolation. Of course, unless somebody really prefers to remain silent, we'll do that too. We won't disrespect them, but we will follow their wishes. But we do like to shout it to the rafters.
Yeah, it's worth shouting, that's for sure. So I'm interested in your thoughts as a nurse leader about the general rehab industry as well as healthcare industry current trends and situations. How is TIRR approaching and addressing staffing and other pandemic struggles?
I think probably much like many others, it's listening to the voice of the people at the bedside, understanding what we can do within the limitations that we can do it. I think maybe not to get on a soapbox, but obviously some of the salaries that we were seeing during the pandemic, there would be no way for us to maintain that as many campuses couldn't and keep the doors open and be able to care for our patients. So I think we have to weigh everything out and do the best that we can financially to show that we value nursing and what they're bringing to patient care. But coupling that with a bit of realism and understanding it isn't an endless bucket of money. We have to balance our checkbook and just having frank conversations with it. I think as patients are getting sicker and sicker to come into our facilities, the acuity continues to rise. And so we have been adapting to that. We've been fortunate that we maybe not have seen as much of a turnover as some of the acute care sites that I've heard, half of their staff has turned over, although we have lost some of our team members. But I kind of go back to, I think it makes a really great timing for rehabilitation in general for those looking for an alternative to acute care, and kind of that burn and churn that you see on the acute care side to go back to, I get to develop relationships with my patients in a rehab setting and some of those basic tenets of what drew us into nursing to begin with.
That is a great reminder, I think, to many people, because yes, there is no other setting like rehabilitation to really have that solid period of time to first establish a relationship and then really work with the team, the interdisciplinary team, and putting together a plan and watching that patient progress over time is very rewarding. Yes, it's not a 3-day length of stay that you're dealing with the people that you're caring for at TIRR. So thank you for that reminder. So I see that Rhonda is not going to be able to join us, and I appreciate your time, Nicole. I think we will follow up with Rhonda to get some additional thoughts about the Innovation Award and the contributions that TIRR has given to the rehabilitation community with the innovations that are being researched and developed there. But I did want to close by saying that I congratulate you, Rhonda, your leadership team, the faculty and staff of TIRR Memorial Hermann for the work and processes that you have dedicated yourselves to be named a National Rehab Innovation Center. That's a very prestigious recognition, and it was achieved through dedication and disciplined attention to research and the application of best evidence practices. And not only are you doing that, but you're disseminating that information, and that is a huge contribution to the rehabilitation community. So thank you very much. We understand that there's no better reward than seeing your efforts culminate in advances that support and improve the lives of individuals impacted by illness and injury. So we look forward to hearing more about the dissemination of these best practices, and we encourage the members of TIRR to consider sharing that through the ARN publication, RNJ, as well as with our conference by providing presentations at conferences with papers and poster presentations. And we support your continued work to future care and improve patient outcomes for many. And congratulations, and thank you so much.
Thank you very much. It was great seeing you again.
Nice to see you. Take care.
Take care. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye.